Hello everyone and welcome, my name is Zeta, and today we're going to be doing a Diablo 3 Reaper Souls build for the Wizard. I love my Wizard, he is one of my favorite characters to play, and I like to call this build the Multi-METEOR build. Now, the gear for this is very specific, so you can run it or you can not. It's up to you. You can run the same skills that I'm running, or you can run the same gears that same gear that I'm running with different skills. It's all interchangeable, but this is the way I run it, and this is the way I like it. I should actually turn my buffs on real quick. That way you can see my stats. But we're going to start with the gear, and the weapon, of course, is Serpent Sparker. You may have one extra Hydra. You may have one extra Hydra at a time, which is very nice. I like them. Look at them. They cool, yo. So it doubles your DPS for those, which in Diablo 3 it wasn't very good, but Reaper of Souls, they really did finally buff those and make them useful. So Serpent Sparker, and then what you need is you need to get enough of the Tal Rasha gear, the new Tal Rasha gear, to get the 4 set. Damaging enemies with arcane, cold, fire, or lightning will cause a meteor of the same damage type to fall from the sky. There is an 8-second cooldown for each damage type. It's freaking awesome. But you do have to run different skills with doing different damage types. The rest of my gear is kind of negligible. I like these bracers. Every time I destroy a wreckable object, I get a short burst of speed. I've also been considering running these, though. Healing Wells replenish all resource and reduce cooldowns by 51 seconds. Very nice. I have a Bull Cathos and a Royal Ring of Grandeur. That way I'm not having to run 4 full pieces. I only have to run 3 pieces to get the 4 set. And then I'm running 2 pieces of the Veer set, so I can get the 500 intelligence, and these Firebird pants are just the best pants that I can really get at the time. I'm also running a string of ears with intelligence, vitality, resist all, and armor, and minus 27% for melee attacks in case something does get too close, because unfortunately it does happen. But we're going to get into the skills real quick. For my primary, I'm using Magic Missile with Conflagurate, so that I can get a constant burning effect, and every time I hit them again with any kind of burn damage, or hit them again with Conflagurate, it will refresh that burn damage, so you can just keep ticking away at them. For my lightning damage, I'm doing Supermassive. Increase the black hole radius to 20 yards, increase the damage to 570, and it does lightning damage over 2 seconds. Very, very nice. I'm running Arcane Orb with Frozen Orb. It does the most damage for the orbs, and it's a beastly orb. It really is. I like it a lot. I'm running Magic Weapon with Force Weapon to increase my damage by another 20%, because this is a DPS build. Energy Armor with Prismatic Armor to increases my armor by 35%. It also increases my resistances by 25%. Very nice. And then finally, I'm running Arcane Hydra, Hydra with the Arcane Rune on it. So I have Fire, Lightning, Cold, Arcane, and with these, every time I'm hitting something, there's a meteor, there's a meteor, there's a meteor, there's a meteor, and it refreshes every 8 seconds. It's amazing. Now for my passives, you can run whatever passives you want, but these are the ones I like to run because they work well together. Temporal Flux, enemies that take arcane damage are slowed by 80% for 2 seconds, and the reason I run that is with the Hydras out, everything that it's hitting is being slowed. So whenever those meteors are coming in, some meteors are a little slower than they like. The cold damage meteor is a little slower and falls a little slower. So if something tries to teleport out of the way or tries to run out of the way, they're moving ridiculously slow, and the meteor will hit them. So Temporal Flux is what I consider a very important skill to have for this build. And of course, Elemental Exposure. Damaging an enemy with Arcane, Cold, Fire, or Lightning will cause them to take 5% more damage from all sources for 5 seconds. Each different damage type applies a stack, stacking up to 4 times. The elemental damage from your weapon contributes to Elemental Exposure. So basically, while I'm hitting everything with all 4 of these different damage types, they're taking pretty much an extra 20% damage because I'm just hit them wham, 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 one after another, and they're taking 20% damage from, you know, all the other damage types, or 15%, you know, depending on how fast I can throw it, because you can't throw out Black Hole extremely fast, unfortunately. It does have a cooldown, so most of the time it's 15%. Blur, and decrease the damage I take by 17%. By the way, 17% is a very strange number. I don't understand why it's 17%, or why it wasn't, you know, 20%, 15%, like a nice, you know, I don't know. I just think that's a strange number. And finally, Galvanizing Ward. As long as I have not taken damage within the last 5 seconds, I get a protective shield that absorbs the next 62,720 damage. I like that a lot. It saves my arse more times than I can count. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and enjoy my build. Again, this is very gear specific. So what you really need for this build is this weapon and at least 3 pieces of the Tal Rasha set, or 4 if you don't have the Royal Ring of Grandeur, so that you can get the set bonuses. And you, like I said, you can run these skills in different ways. Like if you wanted to run Black Hole with a fire damage, and you wanted to run like Electrocute instead of Magic Missile, you know, it's all interchangeable, but this is the way I like to run it. And if you guys have enjoyed it, let me know. Tell me in the comments section below. Leave a like on the video, and of course, please help and subscribe. You know, I'm really trying to get all this stuff out there, and the more people that subscribe, the more people that'll see it. So my name is Zeta. I love you guys, and bye bye.